fam? Welcome back to another episode of Q Reviews. In this Q review, we be going over X. X gonna give it to you, directed by Todd West, a A24 slasher film. Say what you want now about A24. I know they make some weird, pretentious shit sometimes. Last night I watched Lamb, and that movie is completely trash. I wish I could have my hour and a half back of my life because that movie was pretentious and it was stupid, right? But I'm a big fan of A24 sometimes. I'm a big fan of Ari Aster with his Hereditary and his Midsummers, you know. I was a big fan of Ghost Story, Zola that came out. So they Uncut Gems. They do make some good films. People say they come off as pretentious, artsy. I get it sometimes, but sometimes I like to see the non-traditional approach to Hollywood to come up with something original. Now, as far as X goes, directed by Todd West, I think this plays it on more the traditional side of filmmaking with an A24 twist. Best way I can describe X, if Boogie Nights and Friday the 13th and Texas Chainsaw Massacre had a baby and made a film, will be X. Straight off the bat, man, this is my favorite slasher of 2022. First off, I love the cast of characters that are here. I actually care if they die or not. You know, that's a big thing. Say what you want. Like my favorite slasher of all time, which is Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter. I actually cared about those characters. Nightmare on Elm Street 1, even Nightmare on Elm Street 3. We really cared about those cast of characters. We didn't really want to see anybody to die. And they didn't lean on those tropes like, this is the Chad, he's the dick, so we can't wait for him to die. In this film, I didn't want any of them to die. I think Kid Cudi and this whole cast does a fire job on all levels. And they do something interesting too, because I can't quite figure out who will be the final girl. Like, this character might seem better than the other character. Like, she's playing a more goody two-shoes role, so she might make it to the end or maybe not. But you never quite really know who the main protagonist is in this film, and I like that. So my boy Rashad G Reviews, which is my good YouTube buddy, he gave this movie a D-. He couldn't get past the antagonist of why these people were killing. All right, small spoiler, you can probably see it in the trailer. The old people are doing the killing. Like, actually, it's an old ass lady that just wants some dick, and no one wants to give her any dick, so she just starts to kill people, basically. And Rashad said he couldn't get behind that premise because he couldn't see old people, you know, killing these young people. But I liked it because I think they did it in such a stylistic way that the old people tricked the younger people into caring for them, like pretending they were senile or something like that, and then they, you know, get down to the killing. And as far as the killing goes, it was gory, yes. The first kill in this movie is extremely gory. I'm like, all right, y'all not going to cut away? You're not going to cut away? And they do something stylistic with the headlight in the red and some dancing. I thought that was really cool. Some of the kills are done stylistically, but not as gory. But I thought they were done cool because I thought they were shot really cool. The lighting in this film is fire. You get that 1970s film grain. Like I said, it feels like Texas Chainsaw Massacre made on a bigger budget and better camera and better direction, like the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They looked like it was kind of shaky and didn't know what they were doing. This is intentionally set up. The shots are, you know, well crafted. The lighting is fire. The tension is there. And with some kills that were done, like one kill I never seen before, it happened on screen and they cut to something else in the story. And then when that climax happened, they cut back to the kill again. That's something that I have never seen. So one of the main protagonists in this movie, I didn't know actually played two parts. She plays one of the main protagonists in the movie. She also plays the antagonist of the movie, which is the old lady, which is great makeup, by the way, because she looks nothing like the younger counterpart of herself in this movie. And I suggest you to stay to the end because there's a little something there that you might want to check out. This could be starting of a new IP. And speaking of new IPs, that's what I respect about this film. This film is very simple. Just a bunch of kids go out to this farm to shoot a porno, and the old lady gets jealous because she ain't getting no dick, and she starts, you know, trying to offend people with her and her husband. I like how the director treats his audience and shows you things that could have previously happened without directly telling you. Like, you'll see an old car or something like that. Like, something's fishy here. Something's been going on at this old farm for years. And I think it's very smart in that way. And I really respect a new IP for just keeping it very simple. And I like this film too, because it's not trying to shove an agenda down my throat, you know, like the Candyman movie. I just wish it was just, you know, based on Candyman and then try to throw this weird agenda in there, or even the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which I didn't like any of the characters. I think this Texas Chainsaw Massacre is gorier than this film, but I think the kills are done such the stylistic way and such well done that, you know, I have to respect them. Like, it's a slasher A24 film with a twist. So let's get down to the get down. I like this new IP. And so if I'm gonna give it a score, I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. I'm gonna put it in my collection. I can't wait till this thing comes out on 4K because it's such a great looking movie. And it's a slasher movie, which is right up my alley. And I like all the characters. I think it's well directed. I think the score is good. I think the actors here are fire. Kid Cudi, I didn't know you had it in you like that, but you sold it. And it's also, it is a lot of nudity in there, like some full frontal nudity, so beware. I think Euphoria still got more dicks in it than this film. But what y'all guys think of X? Me and Rashad got to talk. You don't have to have a spoiler review about this film. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, go ahead, hit me that like button. If you really like this content, consider subscribing to the Q Review family. And don't just stare at it. Eat it. Peace.
I'm out cold, you hoes been exposed. Walk up on you slow with the flow and unload. You got more left for dead on the road. I strode when your car got